Supreme Court will today decide on actor Sanjay Dutt's plea to get more time to surrender in the Mumbai blast case. The actor had sought 6 more months to turn himself in to complete shooting of 7 films, with over 270 crore rupees riding on the actor. But in what could actually suggest the fate of Dutt's plea, the apex court had turned down a similar plea of 3 other Mumbai blast convicts just yesterday.
The suspense continues for Sanjay Dutt after the Supreme Court has deferred the verdict on his appeal.
The Bollywood actor has asked for extension of time to surrender in the apex court by 6 months. Dutt claims that he needed time to complete the pending films and fulfill his commitments he has given to the film producers.
Meanwhile, opinion continues to be divided on whether Dutt deserves more time. While the actor continues to draw sympathy from some, others have questioned the need for special treatment to him.
संजय दत्त ने निकाला है
संजय दत्त ने 6 महीने की मांग की है सर उनका फिल्म।
मेरी पूरी सहानुभूति संजय दत्त के साथ है।
See, Sanjay Dutt and his lawyers are trying to play with law of the land, and they are trying every possible loophole of the law that they can use to escape imprisonment. But even this, under Article 142 of the Constitution, which they are trying, that the apex court has extraordinary powers. But these powers are to be used in the rarest of the rare cases where justice has not been met out.
देखिए, हम लोगों ने तो पहले दिन अपील करी थी माननीय राज्यपाल से, माननीय राष्ट्रपति से, कि संजय दत्त का फ्यूचर देखते हुए उससे गलती हो गई, 1.5-2 साल सजा काट चुका है, उसकी बाकी सजा को माफ है। अभी सब जुडिस मैटर इस बारे कोई कमेंट नहीं कर सकते, हम अदालत से तो नहीं अपील कर सकते हैं, लेकिन माननीय राज्यपाल और माननीय राष्ट्रपति से अब भी हमारी अपील है कि अदालत में उसकी अगर बात को ठुकरा दिया जाए तो उसके भविष्य के आचरण को देखते हुए उसको ही सजा को माफ किया जाए।
I can't see that if you don't show any leniency to Zebunisa, you can show any leniency to Sanjay Dutt whatsoever.
Dutt's critics are pointing on the fact that the same court had rejected similar petitions of Zebunisa Kazi and 3 others earlier in the day. So this leads us to ask the big question: will giving Sanjay Dutt relief open the floodgates for other similar demands? With Arthur Khan in New Delhi, Bureau Report, headlines today.
Alright, for more on that big story, we are now joined by Mahrukh Inayat from Mumbai. Also joining me from outside Supreme Court is my colleague Arthur Khan. Arthur, if I could come to you first, in the backdrop of what we saw in the Supreme Court yesterday, the Supreme Court, they're dismissing the plea of the other 3 petitioners seeking extension of time to surrender. I'm sure it's an uphill task for Sanjay Dutt and his lawyers today.
Well, certainly it will be. We know that Sanjay Dutt, though, is a household name, he's a popular public figure. He has the whole support of Mumbai film industry, which is backing him up. He has approached Supreme Court saying that he has to attend to his legal, his professional obligations, and therefore he needs 6 months' time. But then, in the backdrop of what has happened in Zebunisa's case, though her contention was slightly different, her lawyers had invoked Article 21 of life and liberty, whereas in his case, his lawyer Hari Salve has said that he's only gone in for mercy petition with the president, and since he has a pending work, he has to deliver to the producers, he has commitments, he needs 6 months' time. So clearly there are several options before the Supreme Court. One could be it will outrightly reject, dismiss the petition, or else it might, if it takes a lenient view, keeping in mind the professional obligations which Sanjay Dutt has, it might not give 6 months' time, but might concede to say a month or a couple of months' time. So that could be a possibility. We'll have to wait and watch, Ruchika.
Well, absolutely. Let me bring in Mahrukh Inayat, who's joining us from outside Sanjay Dutt's residence this morning. Mahrukh, if this petition gets rejected, there's a good chance that Sanjay Dutt may have to surrender tomorrow itself. In view of that, just take us through the whole atmosphere outside Sanjay Dutt's residence, who are the people who are with him at this point.
Right, Ruchika, like you mentioned, I am outside Imperial Heights. Just to give you a sense of where I am right now, honestly, at this point, we haven't seen many of the residents here perhaps getting ready to go for office or work. But the media contingent is out expecting this to be judgment day, literally, for Sanjay Dutt. So most of the people that you will see around here are from the media fraternity. As far as Sanjay Dutt and his family is concerned, he's somewhere inside, perhaps most likely at this point in his apartment. We believe just his close family, wife and kids are with him at this point. None of his legal team or anybody from the film fraternity has visited him this morning, at least not till now. We know that several members of the Bollywood fraternity, especially filmmaker Apurva Lakhia, was here last evening, and Sanjay Dutt is believed to have worked on some of his pending Bollywood commitments. Now, what is interesting, Ruchika, at this point is that several more producers are coming up and saying that they have several commitments lined up with Sanjay Dutt, perhaps as part of the huge support that Sanjay Dutt has within the film fraternity and making his case stronger. But we haven't really heard from the star. We believe that he has been spending time or trying to spend time with his family. Apurva Lakhia, the filmmaker, like I mentioned, did say that Sanjay Dutt is prepared to go to jail if that's what the Supreme Court says, if the eventuality of his plea being rejected really comes forth. But at this point, perhaps the next 1 hour would be crucial for the actor. Perhaps he's watching all the TV channels at this time and waiting for the Supreme Court ruling, because that is going to decide whether this Bollywood star would be going to jail tomorrow. Ruchika.